ladies, my name is Joyce Ann Washington. I'm a certified life coach, author, and self-empowerment entrepreneur. I work with women who feel stuck and unfulfilled, but ready to free themselves of fears and limiting beliefs by identifying their passion and taking actionable steps towards a life that they truly desire. If you would like to book a free 30-minute coaching call with me, that will be linked in the description box below. And if you would like to get a hold of my Black Friday sale, where my book Dream Believer Card Be Happy, my book Dream and Action Steps, and my downloadable journal In My Feelings, a year-long emotional wellness journal, will be 50% off, along with my 12-week coaching program Dream and Action Steps. You can click on the link below to get your hands on that Black Friday sale. So with that out of the way, I have a special guest with us today. This is Kaitlyn Walls, and I will be doing an interview with her today. So, hi Kaitlyn, thank you so much for joining this interview with me. To get started, I just wanted you to introduce yourself just by telling us your name, where you're from, and what it is that you do.
Hi Joyce Ann, thank you so much for having me. So my name is Kaitlyn Walls, I'm 24 years old, and I'm a brand strategist and designer of my company, 4 Walls Studio. I help women entrepreneurs create purposeful brands by using brand strategy and storytelling. Essentially, brand strategy is connecting your brand with their audience so the two can connect and meet in the middle. I've been in business for 2 years, coming this January 2021 when 4 Wall Studio was first birthed.
Okay, so I am also 24, so that is amazing that you are doing a lot of great things right now at such a young age. So my first question for you is, why did you start your business?
I started my business to show people in my family and friends alike that it is possible to create your own destiny. It's possible to create your own reality and to create your life. I started my business to show them that you don't have to work a traditional job just to be successful, and that you can be successful on your own by doing something that you're passionate and something that you love. So for me, I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I just didn't know it was possible. And for a lot of people that I know, I believe that I am the first person who even started entrepreneurship around them. And so I'm showing them that, hey, what you want to do, no matter how crazy to you it may sound, you can definitely do it. You know, you just need to know how to do it. You just need to know what to do. And you just need to have direction and guidance to get you there. But it is 100% possible. I also wanted to show women in my community and women who look like me that you can do whatever you want to do with your life. I think a lot of times, especially me, I grew up learning that, the way and the key to life is to, go to college, get a good job. And if you're from where I'm from in the DMV, get a government job and then, raise a family and then have kids and stuff. And so I learned early on that that's not something that I wanted to do. And though I didn't see anyone else doing what I wanted to do, when I got older and I started to dive into entrepreneurship, in the freelance world, I was just like, wow, okay. So I see other people who are doing similar things to me and other women who are doing similar things to me, which just made me feel really good. So my why is to show people that you can be in control of your life, to show people that you can, in fact, create your own destiny, and that you can create your life and you can map out how exactly you want your life to look like. We're in control for a lot more than we think we're in control, but there are alternatives to going the traditional route. There are ways that you can still be successful and not work for somebody. So my whole message and my whole purpose is to show women especially, and then friends and family, that you can do what I can do, you can do something similar, and that you can do whatever it is that you want. The sky is the limit. Options are limitless.
So my next question that I have for you is, what are some of the fears and limiting beliefs that you had when you first started your business?
So some of the fears and limiting beliefs that I have were, 1, self-doubt was a major limiting belief that I had, and also self-doubt from being self-taught as a designer. So I was in my head a lot about different things because I'm the first person in my family to do something that's non-traditional, really. And so I decided that, this is a life I'm going to make for myself. This is the route that I'm going to take. But in order for me to get there, I had to come to terms with, I'm not doing what everybody else is doing, and I'm not following a blueprint map or anything that's traditional. I'm creating my own lane. And so around that, I created self-doubt of, why am I doing something that I don't have a degree in? Or why am I not using my degree that I just literally graduated from college for? And why am I not going into the government like how my parents did or how a lot of my aunts and uncles and cousins did? So the self-doubt, and then self-doubt from being self-taught, I was just, sitting thinking to myself, like, am I really good at what I'm doing? Because I taught myself everything I know. And it's like, how well can I teach myself? How well can I grasp the concept? Because I'm not actually learning from people who do have formal education to be a teacher. And all of that was really just me being in my head. But those are the two main things. And I thought, what if I can't make this work? What if I'm not good at this? What if I'm just doing this because this is just a hobby for me?
What was the turning point for you to start really putting yourself out there and sharing your work with other people?
The turning point for me to start putting myself out there was actually around this time last year. I had just moved to San Diego from Maryland, and I wanted to make some friends and find my footing. And so I found this reggae dance class, and I finally worked up the courage to go. And I just decided that I'm going to do it. I'm going to put myself out there, and I'm going to dance in front of a bunch of women that I have no idea who they are. And so from there, I kind of felt this little bit of courage, and I knew 2020 was coming up. And so I just told myself that whatever you want to do, you can do it. You just need to actually do it. So I made a goal for myself for the new year to actually get uncomfortable with being comfortable. And I decided to just step out of my comfort zone and really just take the leap. And so something key that I did was, instead of telling people, oh, I'm going to do this, or instead of thinking about it, whenever I had the idea to do something, I decided to just do it, because that's what worked best for me. If I told people or if I thought about it for too long, I knew I can think myself out of it. And so the best thing for me to do was to just start putting myself out there. And the more I did that, the more positive feedback I started to receive from other entrepreneurs and for other people who follow me. And so I was just like, people actually like what I have to say, and people want to hear what I have to say. And so the more and more feedback or validation that I got from other people that what I was doing was helpful and beneficial to them, the more I wanted to do it. So this wasn't like an easy process. This was really talking myself into things and talking myself to stay into them and to actually commit. And now I feel like, having it have been 11 months later, it's finally easier for me to show up on video, to put myself out there, to show my face. Because a big difference from 2019 when I first started my first business and 2020 when I started Four Wall Studio was that I never showed my face in my old business. I never told people I have a business. I said things like I freelance or I do freelance design. And now I say I am a business owner. I have a business. I am a brand strategist. I am a CEO and founder. So even the language that I use around talking about what I do has changed because I'm starting to see myself as an actual business owner.
Get comfortable with being comfortable. I really like that saying. I actually have a saying that actually pushed me to put myself out there, and that is feel the fear and do it anyways. So I like that you had like a model that you use to put yourself out there and continue to grow and expand. So that's really great. I also know that it is a little scary and a little hard when you first start, but once you start putting yourself out there, it really does just like feel freeing. So I'm really glad that you got that opportunity. So my next question for you is, what are some struggles that you faced along your journey?
So struggles that I faced from now until then is one of the biggest struggles and things that I realized was working with people who you feel in alignment with is extremely important. So there was a time in my business and in my life where I was working with somebody who I thought was helping me at the time, but it was actually someone who I didn't feel like I connected with, and I didn't feel like it was someone who I was in alignment with. And that manifested in me not seeing exactly what I wanted from my business from hiring this said person. And so to me, what I really learned was that mindset plays a huge part. And so in the beginning of my business, I struggled with mindset, and that's when I met that person who I thought could help me. My mindset wasn't right, but as soon as I was able to tackle my limiting beliefs and my mindset, I was able to realize that I was working with somebody who I had no business working with. And that actually set me back a lot more than I thought, because I stayed for longer than I should. And this is in like the business aspect of hiring somebody who isn't a good fit for you, but you don't realize it until later. Another struggle that I had was just believing if I could do it. So around May, I started therapy and I started working with a therapist. And at the same time, I also started to write down my limiting beliefs, and I started to journal, and I started to pray, and I started to meditate more. And I started to really just sit down and think about, what is the reason that I feel like I can't do something? So I got to the root of the issue. I figured it out. And so since May, I have been dedicated to making sure that I implement my morning routine each and every single morning, because it is an integral piece of who I am. And to help me get to point A to B, this is exactly what I need to do, is focus on my mindset. So that was another struggle and major block. Self-doubt, which is the same thing, not knowing if I could really do something, thinking maybe I wasn't chosen to do this and I'm just trying to do it to make money. That's also a thought that I had. I'm like, well, why am I really doing this when my background isn't even in design? And so I thought about all of those different things. And I would say, like, it took me a really long time to get comfortable with what I was thinking and what I was feeling. But when I started to operate from a place where I feel aligned with exactly what I'm doing in my business and with the people that I'm working with, things started to get better and things started to look up. It was almost as like, as soon as I decided, like, this doesn't serve me anymore, and I released it, better things started to happen. And it was really like a quick shift in even how I felt and how I thought, and also just generally how I even looked at things.
Okay, so what inspires you to keep moving forward when you're experiencing struggles during your business?
So one of the main things that keep me going is my mindset routine. Each and every morning, my goal is to wake up, to pray, to meditate, to journal, and then to write in my manifestation journal, whether that be affirmation statements or scripting. And so I do this each and every morning, and it just helps to keep me grounded. It helps to keep my day centered and focused, and it really keeps me motivated throughout my entire day. Something else that keeps me going is I have a few people in my life that also help motivate me, where I have accountability partners. I also have a partner that's super motivating, and then a few friends. And just talking to them, a lot of them help me to stay structured and to stay grounded in my business and what I do. And I make sure that I also work with amazing women who in my business I help. So my clients, working with them and seeing me help them change their lives and their business also helps keep moving me forward, because they tell me positive things about what I do, and I take that in, I take that to heart, and it's affirming to me to know that I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And then lastly, I would say I co-work with some amazing women that are also business owners, and some of them do the same as me. And so that co-working also helps me to keep going, because these women are motivators for me and me for them, because we're really all working towards a common goal, which is, to live a better and more successful life.
I agree with having a routine, because when I first started my business, I just did whatever I wanted whenever I felt like it, and I did not have a routine at all. So having that routine is really great. I need to get back on a routine, I'm not gonna lie. So that's great that you have a routine that keeps you inspired. So I work with women who are trying to overcome fears and limiting beliefs to really pursue their goals. What are some words of advice that you have for these women?
My advice to people who have limiting beliefs is find what works for you and stick to it. Sometimes doing the mindset work isn't pretty. Sometimes it hurts. Sometimes you're uncovering these wounds that you didn't want to look at before, but it's so rewarding. And I know sometimes it's hard to really stay motivated and to move forward and to continue to confront all of your issues, but it's rewarding. And if you can find something that helps boost your mindset every day, do it. If it's journaling for you, if it's taking a walk, if it's sitting outside in the sun, if it's dancing, just figure out whatever works for you and do it. My second piece of advice is evaluate your circle. So it's super important to have people that are supportive, people that motivate you, people that are going to help you, and people that are going to push you forward in life, because if you don't, and all you're hearing is negative self-talk from the people around you, it's going to be harder to pursue your dreams and pursue what you want to do when you're already feeling self-doubt. So reevaluate your circle, look and see who's helping you, look and see who's hurting you and keeping you where you are now, or, holding you back. Evaluate all of those different things, and then, of course, act accordingly. And then the third thing that I feel like really helped me with mindset is learning more. So if I had a mindset belief about me not being good at design, I would learn more design. I would, practice more. I would take more courses on it. And all of this fueled me because not only was I eager to learn new information and to try out new things, it made me feel more confident in who I am. So if it's an area of your business or an area of your life, just try to get better. Last but not least, I recommend journaling. Like, I know that's not necessarily a former piece of advice, but I just know when you journal and you're asking about certain things and you keep asking about certain things and you look back at your journal and you see that 6 months ago you were asking about the same thing you're still asking about, I think that's beautiful because you can actually go back and you can reflect. You can say, so I've been looking at this and I've been talking about this for a really long time and it still hasn't happened. Evaluate why. Maybe it hasn't been your time yet. Maybe you need to re-strategize, or maybe, you just need to nip it in the bud.
Those are some really great words of advice. So what sets you apart from other people in your niche?
Something that sets me apart from other brand strategists in my niche is my 3-pillar concept of purpose, strategy, and storytelling. I focus on these 3 core elements of my brand and of my business because purpose is essentially the reason we're in business besides making money. That is why we're going to move forward in life. That is our why. That is the thing that's going to motivate us to get from point A to point B. So I start with the purpose because we need to know the soul's purpose as to why we're even in business in the first place. Strategy is my second concept because it's so important to do things within alignment for your business, because if you don't, you're going to be operating in a way that just doesn't make sense. And so strategy is essentially going to help your brand and your audience connect. And it's going to help them connect through even the colors that you use, the fonts that you use. It's going to help you connect in the way that your brand looks, the way that it feels. It's going to help you connect in the values and your mission and your vision. And also just in figuring out who your audience even is. And then the third concept is storytelling. So if you think about it, everybody loves stories. We're humans. We love stories. We're always binging TV shows. We're always going to the movies. We're always watching some new show. There's always a hot topic of a new show because we love story. We love story, and we love to see ourselves in story. So I help women entrepreneurs tell their unique brand story so they can connect with their audience, so they can get to know their audience, and so they can show up as their most authentic self and tell the stories that help shape them and how they do business, and to help shape like exactly what it is that happened in their life to make them who they are now, to make them this amazing business owner. Also, I have a signature program and framework called the Certified CEO, which is a 7-week program. So the way I do business is very different. Not only do I start with the why and the purpose of your brand, but I also do 7-week strategy sessions. And each week there's a different topic because as entrepreneurs, we're so very busy. So I want to make sure that each topic you're able to focus on exactly what it is that you need to focus on and moving on once you feel confident and comfortable in the next topic. So that 7 weeks essentially is going to be using my 3-step framework called the FERN formula, which stands for find, elevate, reflect, and then next up, because you are next up to thrive. So those are the ways that I'm different. I'm different from how I do business as well as exactly how I operate my business. And then my signature program is also that you're not going to find the Certified CEO anywhere else. And it's designed in the way where it's strategy and coaching to help you get confident, to help eliminate all of your guesswork that you're currently doing now, and also just to help you to have confidence to move forward in your business without second guessing yourself, without realizing like, is this the right branding choice? Is it not the right branding choice? I eliminate all of that for you. And I help you to show up with ease, to show up as an authority, to show up as a person, a thought leader, to show up as someone who has something to say, to show up as someone who just feels good about what they're doing and they're just ready to show up on Instagram or whatever platform they're using to really, really, really know and feel confident in their brand, their audience, and then as well as like their messaging and their voice.
I think that's really great that you know what sets you apart from other people in your niche because it helps you with your marketing. So I really like that. And then my last question for you is, where can my audience find you? Like, where can people find you? Like your Instagram, your email, your website, where can people find you?
To get in contact with me, my URL is the same everywhere. On Instagram, I am 4Wall Studio. And then my website is also 4wallstudio.com, FOURWALL, and then studio, STUDIO.com. You can find me on Instagram. I'm on Facebook, and I'm also on my website. And I also have email, which is Kaitlyn@fourwallstudio.com.
All right, thank you so much, Kaitlyn, for being here with me today.
Thank you so much, Joyce Ann, for having me.
I really appreciate having this interview with you. So I will link all of Kaitlyn's social medias and things like that where you can find her in the description box below. As usual, my name is Joyce Ann Washington. Again, to be a part of my Black Friday sale and get my book Dream, Believe, Work Hard, Be Happy, my book Dream and Action Steps, or my downloadable journal In My Feelings, a year-long emotional wellness journal for 50% off, you can click in the link below. Also, to be a part of my coaching program for 50% off for that Black Friday sale, that will also be linked below as well. So thank you so much for watching with me today. Much love.